Well, education has been paralyzed in Niger's learning institutions for quite some time now as a result of the closure of the main university campus in Niamey on April the 18th. The government indefinitely shut down the institution following a series of protests from students who were demanding the reinstatement of 5 of their classmates. But this particular incident has now spread to high schools and colleges, not only in the capital, but also in the country's major cities. The Niger Student Union launched an unlimited strike last week on Friday to demand for the reinstatement of the 5 students expelled from the Niger University campus in mid-March. The union is also demanding the government to reopen the institution and repeal a decision made by the Education Board authorizing police presence at the university for security reasons.
Yes, Lynette, and this crisis has been going on for months without the government being able to put an end to it. To understand this growing mobilization, let's speak to Moussa Aska, who is the director of a newspaper, 11 Mo, in Niamey. Good morning, Mr. Aksa. Until now, the student strike was limited to the University of Niamey, and it has spread to other universities in the country.
Je dois tout d'abord vous dire que le gouvernement n'a pas respecté ses engagements.
First of all, I must tell you that the government has not respected its commitment made with students, which is why we went on strike. And you followed the closure of the university campus. That's what allowed it to spread to all other regions. Today, the school attendance is really low. Students don't go to school, and students will not study because of this situation.
Ne vont pas étudier du fait de cet état-là.
Do you understand the government's attitude at a time when this strike is on the rise and exams are approaching? Listen, instead of a government trying to calm the mood, it used the strong way to get the students off the campus and arrest all the troublemakers. Instead, as in the past, using more flexible methods, in particular using certain organizations, notably religious and parents' organizations, to try and save the school year. But it turns out the government has bypassed this by having the students arrested. And this situation, if we are not careful, it really threatens to jeopardize the successful completion of the school year. Some even talk about a dead year, even though the government does not want to talk about it right now. And last question, the government talks about students being manipulated, while students cite intimidation. Do you think politics slipped into this situation? In my opinion, no, not at all. Because what I was saying earlier is that government did not respect the rules. This is not the first time government has refused to honor its commitments. You followed the student press briefing, the steering committee. You also followed what the government said. But the core of the problem is the respect of the commitments made by one and the other. That's what really broke the camel's back and put the students in that situation, because they live in uncertainty. And as it turns out, there is already social tension with the arbitrary arrests of civil society leaders. That's what really aggravated the situation. The government's use of force at the university campus and at certain strategic points to prevent students from walking down the streets.
Pour empêcher aux étudiants de marcher dans les rues.